Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Blue Ridge Motorsports TV, where we have a fantastic show lined up for you tonight as the gentlemen of the Downforce Racing Series get ready to take on Bristol Motor Speedway. And we'll take a quick look at some of the qualifying action that's going on right now on track right now. We did have Kate Henry Oaks. We did have Chris Walker. Who's on the track right now? There we go. Chris Walker. Chris Walker with a 15.59 on his first lap. Let's see if he can improve on it on his second lap. And Chris Walker comes across the line, does not improve on his first lap. Take a look at Keith Handelin right now. Keith Handelin with a 15.63. Racing out of Apex, North Carolina. Keith Handelin in the number 18 Chevrolet Camaro has not improved on his time. Looks like he'll be starting kind of mid-pack right now. We've got 18 drivers getting ready to take on Bristol Motor Speedway, the Monster Mile. While everybody is qualifying, we're going to go ahead and take a look at our race information here. We'll be going a total of 180 laps, one stage break at lap 70, 4 additional tire sets, 3 green-white checkers, fuel window, 100%, 2 fast repairs. We'll be at Bristol Motor Speedway. Half-mile track, temperature's going to be 75 degrees out. We're 1,471 feet above sea level. Be running a dual pit road. Obviously, we're in the United States, and I am your host, Front Row Joe. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you are seeing different overlays on your screen, that is because I have made some changes. That's right, we've kind of upgraded the broadcast. We have changed some of the colors and arrangements, so it's going to look a little bit different than you're used to seeing. So let me know what you think. Always welcome to feedback, good or bad. Here at Blue Ridge Motorsports TV, we want to make sure we can bring the best package that we can bring, especially here for the guys at Downforce Racing Series. As Keith Handelin, I think he's just continuing to run practice laps as we've got about another minute and a half left of qualifying. Can't blame him here. Keith Handelin coming into the session just a little bit late. So he wants to get a little bit of practice on the setup. I cannot blame him one bit. I'd be doing the same thing. But we are just going to hang out and we're going to watch Keith. We're going to watch Keith do his thing. Just about 30 seconds left here, and we will be going green. Just check something here real quick. Nope, that didn't work the way I wanted it to. Keith Handlin looking pretty solid out there. As we have, let's double check, 1 minute left. 1 minute left. Keith, get all you can get. But ladies and gentlemen, we want to know, what are some of your pre-race predictions here if you're returning here to Blue Ridge Motorsports TV? Oh, and that's another thing. We have rebranded. We are no longer Big Time TV. We are now Blue Ridge Motorsports TV. So if you've been coming back here week after week and you are familiar with these drivers, let me know who you think is going to win or who you think is going to succeed here. We've got, like I said, 18 drivers in the field today, or tonight, I should say, and we are now finished with qualifying. Guys are getting gridded up, and we are going to take a look at your starting lineup. Soon as everyone gets gridded here, row number 1 on the pole tonight is going to be Tyrone Harris in the number 1 Chevrolet, and to his outside is going to be Paul Crumry in the number 96 machine. Row number 2, Jordan Ippolito, and back from suspension, Caden Henry Oaks. Row number 3 is going to be Jeff Hollingsworth in the number 97 machine, and Charlie Woods in the number 40 machine. Row number 4, Philip Sanchez in the number 35 Monster Toyota Supra, and Chris Walker in the number 33 Voodoo Chevrolet. Row number 5 is going to be Ron Deal in the number 21, and Dave Hunt in the number 53. Row number 6 is going to be Keith Handlin in the number 18, and Thomas Taylor in the Discount Tire 57 Ford Mustang. Row number 7 is going to be Todd McGregor, your winner last week at Talladega, and Tyler White in the number 9 Cubota Chevrolet Camaro. Row number 8, the number 69 Hanover Fist, and the number 17 of Bentley Glasser. Row number 9 is going to be the number 95 of Fred Williams, and the number 56 of Jordan Anderson. Row number 10. Well, there is no row number 10, so we are going to wrap that portion up. As we are on the track, Pace Truck leading us out, and we have got 2 to go here. Bristol Motor Speedway Downforce Racing Series, 180 laps here, 1 stage at lap 70. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have an amazing, awesome race here on Blue Ridge Motorsports TV. And man, we're looking forward to seeing what happens here, as we've got 2 of the fastest drivers returning from a 1-race suspension. Oh, well, actually, we've only got 1, as Devin Sanchez has opted not to run this week. coming down the back straightaway. It is going to be Tyrone Harris leading the field as we await the green flag here. Pace car or pace truck making the hard left turn down on the pit road, and we are green. Tyrone Harris gets a good jump. Not sure if he jumped the start or not, but he's got the number 54 of Jordan Ippolito hot on his tail. Crumry in the number 96, getting around the number 97 of Hollingsworth. Take a look at some of the action back in the field. You got Philip Sanchez working on the inside of Charlie Woods. Behind him is going to be the number 33 of Chris Walker. And we've got one spinning. Ron Deal spinning around. John Anderson involved in that mess. We are going to go take a look at the AI Chief instant replay and see what happened to John Anderson right there on number 17. Just trying to sneak it through on the number of, excuse me, that was Bentley Glasser. Trying to sneak it through. And yeah, there was a car there. Looks like maybe Anderson maybe slid up the track just a little bit. Let's take a look at that from the far chase angle. If I can get it right. Take a look at it from the far chase. John Anderson comes off. Yeah, he was slightly coming up the track. We're going to give everybody the benefit of the doubt here. Nobody going to come down pit road besides the ones that were involved in that wreck. John Anderson, Bentley Glasser. But what we are going to do, we are going to quickly speak with our current leader of the race, Jordan Ippolito. Jordan, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, so apologize if I interrupted your strategizing there with your teammate. But early in the race, you've got out to the lead here. What's kind of going to be your strategy to try and stay up front and hopefully come away with a win?
Well, I wanted to get the clean air on my nose, but I'm just going to be trying to save my right front at this point and see how long I can hold it in the lead.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you there, Jordan. Bristol, difficult track to run, but I think you'll do just fine. And but we'll let you go, get ready, and get back to green flag racing. We look forward to talking to you soon. Appreciate it. Have a good one. Yes, sir. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Jordan Ippolito. We are on one to go. Pace truck. I keep wanting to call it pace cars down. Ippolito with control in the Blue Ridge Motorsports TV restart zone. We've got some blinking out there. Not sure what happened. But Jordan Ippolito with the race lead. His teammate, Caden Henry Oaks, not far behind him. And caution is back out again. Unfortunate. You know, they say cautions breed cautions. And, yeah, we're going to take a look at what happened there. It looks like Chris Walker and Philip Sanchez getting hung up. Go to the AI Chief instant replay. Philip Sanchez on the bottom, the number 33 of Chris Walker above him. Chris Walker running the high line. Sanchez coming up. Walker getting into the wall. That looks almost identical to the wreck we had just a few moments ago with Glasser and Anderson. So we'll go and take a look at it in the cockpit view of Chris Walker's, kind of see what he's looking at. Coming off the turn side by side with Sanchez. Sanchez running the inside, gonna have a little bit more of that momentum early on in the race, and yeah, just gets into the wall. Walker just gets into the wall, turns him around, and unfortunately, that's just one of those things that can happen here at Bristol. Very tight racing, and there's going to be a lot of door banging, a lot of bouncing off the wall. And, yeah, just unfortunate. But what we're going to do while we're under caution, we're going to try and do something different here. We're going to do some bouncing around interviews. And what we'll do is we will talk to our friend Ron Deal. Ron, this is Front Row Joe in the booth. You got a copy? Hello.
Yeah, Joe. Yeah, no, Joe, I got you. How you doing?
Good, man. How's it going, man? So seems like we're having a little bit of difficulty here with some of the drivers. Looks like we had two identical wrecks there between, first one with Anderson and Bentley, and now the second one with Philip Sanchez and Chris Walker. So what's that going to be like here, trying to navigate running too wide here around Bristol?
Yeah, it's just loose the first 3 or 4 laps. Once we get going, hooks in, we're pretty good. But just the first couple laps on every restart, I think it'll get better as the tires get in. But like I said, we're not rubbered up; it's concrete, so it'll be a tough night. But like I said, we just got to get a few laps going in there. So we're about to go here. So
awesome! All right, man. Well, good luck, and we'll see you out there.
Yep, see you, bud.
All right, pace car is off. It's going to be Ippolito and Crumry. Ippolito chooses the high side, gets an absolute monster of a jump. As we cycle through the field here and kind of see what's going on all over the place. Got Ron Deal right here, sitting currently 10th, working on the outside of the number 57 of McGregor. No, I stand corrected. That's the 57 of Thomas Taylor. And you've got Bentley Glasser, Chris Walker behind him. And then we've got the number 9 of Tyler White. We haven't seen Tyler White in about a week or two. Good to see him coming back. But one of the things we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, this is a new thing here on Blue Ridge Motorsports TV. We're going to take a look at our standings here for the Downforce Racing Series. Currently, Todd McGregor on the top of the charts right now with 204 points. He's got 1 win. Jordan Ippolito just 3 points behind McGregor. Ippolito also has a win. And then you've got Crumry in 3rd, Dave Hunt in 4th, Keith Handelin in 5th, Whitaker, Sanchez, Woods, Harris, and Walker rounding out the top 10 here. We still got quite a few races left in the season, and it could still be anybody's championship. But right now, McGregor out in front, doesn't have much room, but nevertheless, he is on top of the leaderboard. And Fred Williams going to be the first driver out of this race. As we see, we've got a new race leader here by the way of Paul Crumry from Old Guys Rule. Paul Crumry's had quite a few good finishes here in the Downforce Racing Series. We'll jump around right here. Let's go on board with Dave Hunt. Dave Hunt trying to work on the number 57. Is it the 51 of Caden Henry Oaks? Caden Henry Oaks winning the Gen 6 championship last season. I do believe. I'm not gonna. I don't remember if he won the O'Reilly's the O'Reilly series that they ran last season, but yeah, Crumry hasn't got a win yet. He's got 3 top 5s and 4 top 10s. So Crumry definitely going to be definitely looking to get a win here. A lot of drivers are hungry for a win, but we've got a lot of laps here, about 152 laps to go here, the Downforce Racing Series, as we see Bentley Glasser, Thomas Taylor in that number 57 machine. Take a quick look at our buddy here, Hanover Fist, a.k.a. Terry Adams. Sporting his signature logo on the front, and let's see if we can get a good look. Nope, not going to be able to see it. Dang it. But Hanover Fist sporting the Blue Ridge Motorsports TV logo right near his fuel intake. And I do believe Ron Deal is, well, he was going to sport us on his car. I remember him telling me he loaded the wrong paint. But nevertheless, good to see these guys showing some support and running my logos on their cars. As the gentlemen here, the Downforce Racing Series, were the first league that I've ever broadcasted. And I did the entire first season for them that I broadcasted for free, as I was just looking to get some exposure and get some experience. And they came back and they said, hey, man, we want to make sure that you're funded. So really appreciate the guys here at Downforce Racing Series. They've been good to me, and I will be equally as good back to them, as we see the number 71 of Todd McGregor getting worked on by Bentley Glasser. How about here to Jeff Hollingsworth, sitting in 4th right now. Paul Crumry has got a decent-sized lead over the field, as we see the number 9 of Tyler White going a lap down here by Crumry. Crumry about 3/4 of a second out in front of our second place driver, Jordan Ippolito. Let's go on board here with Jordan Ippolito and kind of see what he's experiencing in the car. Jordan Ippolito started 4th in this race. Started 3rd in the race. Highest position is 1st. Currently sitting 2nd right now. Looks like he might be gaining a little bit here on Crumry. Ippolito really running that inside line, wrapping the bottom. And yeah, he is catching Crumry. Crumry already starting to move up the track, doing a little bit of a diamond. But Ippolito now to the bumper of Crumry. Are we going to see a pass here by Ippolito on Crumry? Right to the bumper of Crumry, coming out of turn number 4. It's just a matter of time before Ippolito gets around him. Crumry, excuse me, realizing that Ippolito was gaining on him and starts to stick it to the bottom just a tad bit more. As Ippolito switches to the high side, he's got the 56 of Anderson in his way. Anderson just going to give way and let these guys go, but Ippolito really has the pace here to work on Crumry. We're going to jump around a little bit. We'll take a look at Philip Sanchez opting not to go for his fast repair. Going to save it for later on in this race, and you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I don't blame this man one bit because it is Bristol. And the question is not if you wreck, it's when. So Philip Sanchez playing it safe, just sitting in the pits and getting some damage fixed. And he'll live to fight another day as far as his fast repair is concerned. But Ron Deal working on the inside of him there, gaining that position. Let's take a look at our biggest gainer of the race right now. Bentley Glasser up 6 positions from where he started. Dave Hunt is up 4. Keith Handelin up 4 as well. Todd McGregor up 4. And Jordan Ippolito up 4 positions as well. And Jordan Ippolito has assumed the race lead. He was able to get around Crumry. Pulling out to about a half a second lead over Crumry. Crumry does have about a 2-second gap over our third place driver, Jeff Hollingsworth. Jeff Hollingsworth currently 3rd, started 5th. He's got the number 51 car of Caden Henry Oaks right behind him. Caden Henry Oaks has been running at the front of the majority of these races here in the Downforce Racing Series, having a little bit of a rough start to the season. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a bad start. A little bit of a rough start for Caden Henry Oaks. As you know, we take another quick look at our point standings. Caden Henry Oaks sitting in 11th right now, just outside of the top 10. Caden Henry Oaks does have 1 win on the season. And I don't exactly remember how many wins he had last season, but he had quite a few between the O'Reilly Series and the Gen 6 Series that they run here, the Downforce Racing Series. And Tyrone Harris, after starting on the pole, has lost a few positions here, currently sitting inside the top 5, on the edge of the top 5. More or less in 5th. But he's got Keith Handelin closing the gap. We'll go on board here with Keith Handelin as he's working on Harris. He's got the momentum. Can he clear him here on the inside? He's got all the speed and all the momentum. Gets a little bit loose coming out of the corner right there, but he is able to clear Tyrone Harris. Charlie Woods, another driver in the Downforce Racing Series who's got a win under his belt. Sitting just inside the top 10. He's got Dave Hunt and that number 53 United States Marine Corps scheme. The aerospace maintenance duty insignia. Dave Hunt currently 10th, started 10th. Bristol, another one of those tracks that you just want to survive. Mr. Jacob Colby Smith, no, I am not racing. I am doing a broadcast. I broadcast Tuesday night for the Downforce Racing Series here on Blue Ridge Motorsports TV. And, yeah, we did a race 6:30. We did an official race in the Cup Cars at Chicagoland, and we'll probably do one after this. But for right now, all the attention is on the Downforce Racing Series as we see our leader, Jordan Ippolito, has extended his lead out to 3 seconds. And Crumry falling back to 3rd. So Paul Crumry, after this stage break, is going to evaluate, potentially make some strategy changes as we have got 4 to go here, be 3 to go at the line for stage number 1 here in the Downforce Racing Series on Blue Ridge Motorsports TV. We'll take a quick look at our fastest laps of the race. Paul Crumry with a 15.52. Tyrone Harris with a 15.55. Chris Walker with a 15.56. Tyler White with a 15.63. And Philip Sanchez with a 15.63. We'll take a quick look at our last lap times. 16.4. Fastest time on the track right now. So these guys losing about a second of time in 70 laps. But we're on the final lap here, stage number 1. And coming out of turn number 4 is Jordan Ippolito. Gonna win that stage. And as soon as the caution comes out, we will re-rack them here. And let me just double check on that. Hold on 1 second. And there it is. The stage break. Jordan Ippolito winning the stage. Unfortunately, it does not gain you any points. This is more of a competition caution. But what we are going to do, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to... Oh, well, we're not going to be able to do that. Paul is not in the Discord just yet. We were going to try and talk to Paul. But you know, if he stays where he's at and moves up some more positions, he'll definitely get a podium spot for sure, as Ippolito wins the race off of pit road. We are running a dual pit road here. As we see, we've got Tyrone Harris coming down, getting some tires. But what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick look at our 10-car lineup for this restart. It's going to be Ippolito, Crumry, Hollingsworth, Caden Henry Oaks, Bentley Glasser, Todd McGregor, Charlie Woods, Dave Hunt, Thomas Taylor, and Keith Handlin. Those will be your top 10 drivers on this restart. And we've got JSG14 in the chat. Says Jordan's going to get him another win. So we are going to keep an eye on Jordan Ippolito and see if he's able to get it done. But Pace Truck taking a hard left turn off of pit road. Jordan Ippolito into the Blue Ridge Motorsports TV restart zone. He's got his teammate behind him. Crumry working that inside line, getting a little bit loose coming out of the corner. Caden Henry Oaks getting around Crumry as Crumry gets a little bit loose again. But now Caden Henry Oaks, after starting mid-pack, up in the second place right behind his teammate. I do not think that they are going to fight for position too bad. I know Jordan wants to get another win in back-to-back weeks. Caden Henry Oaks wants to get another win here in the Downforce Racing Series. Well, we've got some good battles here in the rear of the field. Well, not the rear, but the middle of the field right now. You've got the number 97 of Hollingsworth, the number 53 of Hunt, the number 71 of McGregor, the 40 of Woods, and the number 1 of Tyrone Harris. Tyrone Harris had a good week last week, getting a podium position. And, good to see his season starting to turn around a little bit. Had some bad luck in the beginning of the season. But Tyrone Harris, he is a lap down right now, but don't underestimate him. We get a caution. He is the first car a lap down, so he will get the lucky dog and end up back on the lead lap. We'll take another look here. Todd McGregor, the number 71 Caterpillar machine. We've got a little bit of a battle here between Philip Sanchez and Ron Deal. Sanchez has a lot of momentum coming out of the exit, but Keith Handlin has the preferred line, so Sanchez gonna have to make something work to get around him. As you see, Sanchez, they're getting a little bit loose coming out of the corner. Real tight racing here now. Sanchez, Deal, and the number 57 of Thomas Taylor. You've got Keith Handlin up here working around Tyrone Harris. These guys have kind of settled in and figured out the grooves that they need to run and gotten more comfortable. As we got contact right there, Harrison Sanchez!
How you doing in there, kid?
Tyrone Harrison, Philip Sanchez. Involved in this wreck. Tyrone Harris jumping to the pits. He's got some pretty significant damage. And we are just going to do a little rewind here. And see exactly what happened. Let me get the right camera. Sanchez just coming up the track a little bit. And into Tyrone Harris. Harris blows the motor. And that's why Philip Sanchez did not use his fast repair, ladies and gentlemen, for that reason. It's not if you wreck, it's when. And unfortunate for Philip Sanchez getting involved in his second incident of the night. I do anticipate he is going to get his fast repair. And Will DeBrabant, welcome to the stream, buddy. Tyrone Harris, we were just talking about what kind of a turnaround he was having. Unfortunately, having some luck here as he is showing in pit road, but the tow truck is out there getting him hooked up, going to bring him around. So he can get his damage repaired. Oh. That's not what I wanted to do. With Jordan Ippolito holding on to his lead. Krumrye on the inside. Caden Henry Oaks falling a few positions back after coming down and topping off with some fuel, but we are back green. Ippolito with a good jump. Krumrye and Hollingsworth door to door on that restart as Krumrye has to back out a little bit, or otherwise he risks turning Hollingsworth. Caden Henry Oaks making a move on the inside of McGregor. Little rubbing right there. Rubbing is racing. No harm, no foul there. Caden Henry Oaks currently 5th, started 4th. He's another one you want to keep your eye on to see him at the front towards the end of the race. Take a look back here. Dave Hunt working on the inside of the number 57, Thomas Taylor. Oh, little contact right there. Dave Hunt spinning out. Can he save it? We stay green. What a save there by Dave Hunt. Got just a little bit of heat in those tires right now. He's going to have to let them cool off and make up some ground. But we'll jump up and take a look at Charlie Woods. Behind his teammate of McGregor, he's got Keith Handlin in his rearview mirror. As we do a little bit of the eyeball test here and see just how close Keith Handlin is on Charlie Woods. You can kind of hear Charlie Woods having to get out of the gas right there, getting a little loose. Handlin comes up, gives him a little bit of a love tap. Gets to the inside of him here. Side by side as they go into the turn number 3. Out of turn number 4, Handlin with the advantage. But Charlie Woods has the momentum running the high line. But Handlin able to get that spot. Up front, Ippolito and Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth hot on his tail. Shoots to the high side. Little door bang on Ippolito. Hollingsworth going to be the new race leader, and Crumrye's got the momentum over Ippolito. He's going to lose some of it, but then he's going to gain some of it back. Swipes down to the inside, up underneath Ippolito. Clears him. Ippolito's got all the momentum coming out of turn 4. Looks like Ippolito struggling a little bit on entry, but it's got really good drive off. Got Henry Oaks, his teammate, working the high side around Ippolito right now. Gonna get clear. Ippolito's got to get it figured out. He needs to get his momentum back. As you can see, he's just losing speed. But let's go on board here with Jeff Hollingsworth. Getting up to about 130 miles an hour on the straightaways. Down to 102 miles an hour in the corners. Let's take a look at our lap leaders so far. Jordan Ippolito dominating the race as far as laps led with 72. Crumrye leading 32. Hollingsworth, your current leader, led 8. And Tyrone Harris leading 2. But ladies and gentlemen, like I said before, keep your eye on Caden Henry Oaks, as he has now found something. He's got momentum on Hollingsworth. Just has to be a little patient. We've got 65 laps to go here. Here in the Downforce Racing Series, Bristol Motor Speedway, brought to you by Blue Ridge Motorsports TV. And Caden Henry Oaks gonna get it done there, taking over the race lead. We'll take a look back here as Charlie Woods up into the wall. Not sure if there was contact there between him and Thomas Taylor. Got a little bit of a battle right here between Handlin and Crumrye. Crumrye really washing up the track, a little tight on entry. Number 18 of Handlin running more on the bottom. And Tyler White, the second driver, going to be out of this race. $16 drivers still left on the track. Top 11 on the lead lap. Ron Deal, currently the lucky dog recipient, should we get a caution. Ron kind of stuck in between a bunch of cars. He's got some on the lead lap, some that are a lap down, as the 33 of Walker on the back bumper of Thomas Taylor. Go on board here with Ron Deal as he's trying to navigate gets up into the wall right there. Taps it again right there. Bristol is definitely not one of Ron Deal's favorite tracks, as we spoke about it last week. Oh, almost contact there. Up into the wall again, Ron. Take a look at our fastest laps of the race. Tyrone Harris with a 15:45. Henry Oakes with a 15:48. Bentley Glasser with a 15:48 as well. Crumrye with a 15:52. And Hollingsworth with a 15.53. And we've got a new race leader. Caden Henry Oakes, followed by Jordan Ippolito and Bentley Glasser, as Hollingsworth has now fell down to fourth after Caden Henry Oakes has gotten around him for the race lead. 50 laps to go here at Bristol Motor Speedway. As we go on the gearbox or bumper cam of Caden Henry Oakes, he's got his teammate behind him. Ippolito was a lot better on the long run than he was the short run, as he was able to get out in front at about lap 40 or so and hold on to that lead for the stage win. So his car has got the speed. He's just able to run the long game just a little bit better than some of these other drivers. But another one that's really good at running the long run is the current leader of Caden Henry Oakes. Bentley Glasser 2 seconds off the race lead, about a second behind Ippolito. Keith Handlin about half a second behind Glasser. And Jack Jones says, let's go. Yes, sir. Got some exciting racing here. Caden Henry Oakes holding on to his second lead over Jordan Ippolito. Lap number 139 of 180. Henry Oaks working around some lap traffic. Working around Charlie Woods. As Woods has gotten in front of Deal and Thomas Taylor, so he is now the current Lucky Dog recipient. Got Tyrone Harris still looking to find something to help him continue on, as he is unfortunately 8 laps down. As we see Ippolito working through some of that lap traffic there in the number 54 machine. Lost about a half a second on Caden Henry Oaks working through that lap traffic. As Henry Oaks is now put Paul Crumry a lap down. Crumry led quite a few laps here, now unfortunately succumbing to being a lap down. Gets up into the wall there. He's still got some speed, but just not all that he needs. Mr. Jack Jones, I appreciate it, man. Flauta Dente, welcome to the stream, sir. Keith Handlin, your third place driver right now. He's a second behind Ippolito, just about 3 seconds behind Caden Henry Oaks. We will see a green flag pit cycle here. Speaking of which, let's take a look at our pit statistics. Caden Henry Oaks, it's been 60 laps since he's pit. It's been 76 laps since Ippolito pit. With 29 laps to go, I mean, Caden Henry Oaks might be able to stretch it to the end. I'm not sure if Ippolito and some of the guys that have pit 70 plus laps ago can stretch it. But we will see. So we take another quick look at some of our biggest gainers or biggest movers of the night. Bentley Glasser up 12 positions since the start of the race. Keith Handlin up 8. Todd McGregor up 7. Caden Henry Oaks up 3. And Dave Hunt up 3 as well. So take another look here. Let's just go on board with him right here. Hanover Fist, a.k.a. Terry Adams. Out of Alberta Lee, Minnesota. Can't imagine it ever gets warm up there in Minnesota, but nevertheless, we've got a great Minnesotian by way of Hanover Fist. Take a quick look at Philip Sanchez. Sitting in 13th right now. A few laps down. Ippolito is able to kind of reel in Caden Henry Oaks. Got the lead down to just about 1.3 seconds. He's got some lap traffic in front of him. Chris Walker. Able to get around him pretty easily there. Go back on board here with Jordan Ippolito. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like these drivers are going to be able to stretch it to the end. Caden Henry Oaks, your race leader right now with 18 laps to go here at Bristol Motor Speedway, the Downforce Racing Series, brought to you by Blue Ridge Motorsports TV. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you hanging out. If you like what you're seeing, make sure you like and follow. Turn on your live notifications so you get notified every time we go live here on Blue Ridge Motorsports TV. We are live streaming on the 3 major platforms right now. The black, the purple, and the red. Make sure you check the link in the description and get access to us on all 3 platforms. Ken Henry Oaks working on some more lap traffic. Back around Crumry again, working on Philip Sanchez. Out to almost 2 seconds in front of his teammate Jordan Ippolito. Ippolito about 1.3 seconds ahead of the third place driver, Keith Handlin. Now, what would Bristol be without some late race dramatics? Race has been pretty clean so far, but if we get a late race caution and these drivers have to come down pit road, it is going to be a shootout to the end. 9 laps to go. It'll be 8 to go this time by as Caden Henry Oaks comes across the start-finish line. Take a quick look here. Todd McGregor. Todd McGregor sitting in 6th right now. Looking to continue with a great start of the season that McGregor has had. We will remind everybody, McGregor currently your points leader with 204 points. He's got 1 win already on the season. And Ippolito, 3 points behind McGregor. And with the standings the way that they are, Ippolito will be the new points leader. 4 laps to go here at Bristol Motor Speedway in the Downforce Racing Series. It has been all Caden Henry Oaks. It took him a while to get up to the front, but once he has gotten there, he's just been a man on a mission. He's been off to the races. He's just got some really consistent speed. Even with the older tires, let's take a look at his last lap. Is 16.72, so he's only fallen off about a second, almost a second and a half over the course of this last run. It's been an extremely long run, over 70 laps, as Caden Henry Oaks takes the white flag here at Bristol. Down into turn number 3, out of turn number 4, it is going to be Caden Henry Oaks, your race winner tonight here at Bristol Motor Speedway. And we'll take a quick look at our podium finishers of the night as his teammate gives him a congratulatory bump. Race winner is going to be Caden Henry Oaks. Second place, Jordan Ippolito. Third place, Keith Handlin. Green Flag Mindset, thank you for the 30 Gold Populars. Really appreciate it. And we are going to watch as Caden Henry Oaks burns it down here at Bristol. As we get ready for our post-race interviews. And Caden Henry Oaks, is he going to do what I think he's going to do? Yes, he is. Caden Henry Oaks, he's got to find his way there. I hope they didn't know it. I think it's on the other end of the track, Caden. He's trying to find victory lane. We'll see if he can find it, but what we are going to do is we are going to talk to our third place finisher. And that third place finisher is Keith Handlin. Keith, this is Front Row Joe up in the booth. You got a copy?
10-4.
Hey, man, so came away with a third place finish tonight. Not an easy thing to do here at Bristol. What was kind of the key for you to be able to come away with a third place finish?
Mainly just trying to take care of the tires. You had to let off really, really early, kind of be really patient before you got back on the throttle. I had good long run speed, and I didn't quite have enough up on the front end, but I feel like I drove my
Green
way through the
Flag
field
Mindset.
like
Thank you for the
times.
GGs. Yeah, and man, we saw you out there after qualifying. You were just cruising, getting some more practice in. I believe you came into the session a little bit late, but did any of that extra practice kind of help you out there tonight?
Yeah, I joined the session late, so I needed a little bit of practice. Yeah, I wish I would have qualified better, but yeah, I started towards the back, and then I got a speeding penalty at the stage break, and yeah, so I had some experience trying to pass some people.
Yeah, well, Keith, you know what they say, it doesn't matter where you start, it matters where you finish, and you came away with third place tonight, which is not a bad finish by any means. You know, obviously we all want to get the win, but a podium finish in my book is going to do good, especially for the championship points. But Keith, before we let you go, buddy, who do you want to thank, and who do you want to give some shout outs to?
Nobody really. My family, my wife, and my kids for letting me do this. Other than that, had fun and got a decent finish.
Awesome. Well, Keith, congratulations on your finish, and we'll see you in the weeks to come.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, that was your third place finisher, Keith Handlin. And now we are going to queue up our second place finisher, Jordan Ippolito. Jordan, this is Front Row Joe. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Man, so you looked really, really good out there tonight, leading the most. I believe you got the most laps led tonight. We will double check that. Yeah, led the most laps tonight with 72. Just not able to get it done. Was there anything that changed after after the first two runs?
Caden he pitted under that caution we got right after the beginning of the second stage, and that was enough to have him hang on over me. I really feel like I should have won this race tonight, but those newer tires just helped Caden, and there was only so much I could do. I mean, I was still the best out of the people that stayed out because the next closest person's like 10 seconds back. But yeah, I mean, I did all I could.
Yeah, and it's a little frustrating, right? But because it took you about 40 laps to was it 40 or 30? I think it was about 30 or 40 laps into that first run is when you kind of really started to pull away. So your car did really good on the long run. Yeah, just unfortunate, not able to come away with the win tonight. We actually had your buddy here in the chat rooting you on and predicted that you were going to get another win. And but hey, I mean, that's racing. We learned from it. The good thing is, though, based off of where McGregor finished versus where you finished, I do believe you are going to assume the points championship lead, which is still a good thing. Yeah, we'll just continue to move forward from here.
Absolutely, yep. Another week next Tuesday, so another shot to try to win that one.
Yes, sir. But Mr. Ippolito, before we let you go, who do you want to thank and who do you want to give some shout-outs to?
I just give a shout-out to my buddy for rooting me on again. I certainly tried to get another win. Thought I was going to, but all in all, still points leader now, so that's a good thing. Hopefully I can hang on to it the rest of the season.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to talking to you continuously throughout the season, Mr. Ippolito. But for now, congratulations, and we hope you have a good night, sir.
Thanks. Hope you have a good night, too.
Yes, sir. And that was your second place finisher, Jordan Ippolito. We're going to see, looks like Caden Henry Oaks is off the track. I was going to see if we could get him parking his car in victory lane. But we'll just pull him right into the booth. It's Caden Henry Oaks. First place finisher tonight. Caden, you got me?
Yeah.
Hey, so win number 2 in the books here in the Downforce Racing Series. What did it take for you to be able to come away with the win here tonight?
Just keeping the car under control and running the track, not running other people. Just keep the nose clean and worry about my race and not other people.
Yeah, absolutely. That's definitely a good strategy, right? It's you want to come into these races, you want to run your line, and try and do everything in your power to make sure that you can run your line and not get slid up the track. And I believe the strategy that won you the race was when you pit under that last caution that we had, got some fresher tires, and that seemed to be the difference maker. Am I correct on that?
Yeah, I would say that I was probably like a third, fourth place car on raw pace. Jordan was, in my opinion, easily the fastest from looking at the lap charts while we were running there in the first stage. And honestly, the start of the second stage there before that last yellow, Jordan was, from what I could tell, had probably like half a tenth on the field consistently. And I think having those newer tires definitely helped my call, because I was able to run a little bit longer and control my pace to kind of just match them until I got in clean air, and then just kind of let the car do its thing.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate for Jordan, but still a 1-2 finish here by Queen City Motorsports, and it's he assumes the points championship lead, which is in my opinion a better result than winning the race, but still a great finish by him and by you as well. Second win on the season so far, and plenty of racing to go here. And just like last season in the Gen 6, you didn't have that good of a start, but you finished it up really strong. So hopefully you can do the same thing here in the O'Reilly Series on Tuesday nights.
Yeah, looking to go on a tear again because I have to. I'm so far back right now.
Yeah, well, the good thing is for you, at least, you've got the speed, you've got the consistency. So just keep doing your thing. It's probably just come down to, staying out of wrecks and staying in clean air, all that good racing stuff. But for now, Mr. Henry Oaks, who do you want to thank, and who do you want to give your shout-outs to?
You for putting on the broadcast so I can go back and watch it. Terry for being the one running the show tonight in the hole because, Bob and Mike weren't here. I don't know what they have going on, but, I hope they're doing all right. And shout out to my mom for watching tonight because she watched for once. And Jordan, shout out to Jordan because he had really good pace tonight. He is, he's fairly new to this stuff. He doesn't race a lot. He doesn't get a lot of track time other than we run here on Tuesday nights. So just it's good to see him be outright fastest, knowing that he does care and he puts in the effort when he is on the track. Just I want to get him more track time, but he did really good tonight, and I think he's the more we get to running, the stronger he's going to be.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree with you more. Ladies and gentlemen, your first place winner, Caden Henry Oaks. Caden, we look forward to talking to you here on the weeks to come. We congratulate you and hope you have a good rest of your night.
Thank you as well.
We're going to take a look at our race results here. Race winners, Caden Henry Oaks. Second place finisher is going to be Jordan Ippolito. Third place, Keith Handlin. Fourth place, Bentley Glasser. Fifth place, Jeff Hollingsworth. Sixth, Todd McGregor. Seventh, Chris Walker. Eighth, Dave Hunt. Charlie Woods in ninth. Paul Crumrye in 10th. Thomas Taylor in 11th. 12th place is going to be Philip Sanchez. Ron Deal in 13th. Tyrone Harris coming in 14th. Hanover Fist, 15th. 16th place going to John Anderson. 17th going to Tyler White. And rounding out the field is going to be Fred Williams doing a start in park tonight. Hard charger of the night, Bentley Glasser, finishing 12 spots ahead of where he started. Jordan Ippolito, most laps led. And the fastest lap and our pole position goes to Tyrone Harris. We had 4 cautions, total of 16 laps, 5 different green flag lean changes with 5 different leaders, 5 different drivers led laps in this race. And what an exciting race it was here in the Downforce Racing Series. And these guys did a heck of a job, fought it out, and ultimately a late race caution, or a last-minute decision to pit under caution was the difference maker in getting Caden Henry Oaks the win here tonight. Jordan Ippolito going to be your new points leader after his third place finish, and we look forward to seeing how the rest of the season plays out. Now, one thing worth mentioning, I'm trying to find someone to cover for me for the next 2 weeks. I will be on vacation, so I'm going to do everything that I can to make sure that we can bring you some live racing action here for the Downforce Racing Series. But with that being said, we appreciate everybody who came and hung out, watched the stream, interacted, and we appreciate you, and we hope to see you soon here on Blue Ridge Motorsports TV. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be your host, Front Row Joe, with Blue Ridge Motorsports TV, signing out. God bless, and I hope everybody has a good night.